In the movie, Bean says multiple times that the goal of the team is to win the last game of the season. Coming off of losing in the elimination game in 2001, as he's losing his best three players, he knows that 2002 is going to be a rebuilding year. Regardless of the off-season moves and the strategy for rebuilding the team, he doesn't want to give up his performance goal of winning the last game of the season. He wants them to win the last game of the season in the playoffs so they win the World Series. With a small budget team like Oakland, he realizes that it's very difficult for the team to compete during a rebuilding year. He comes to the realization that winning the championship after losing his best three players is possible, however, when he meets Peter Brand, who explains to him who they should target and why for the upcoming season. The message being sent in the movie in regards to goal setting is that the ultimate goal of a baseball organization is to win a championship, and it becomes very difficult for a team to do during a season of rebuilding and with a small budget. The whole movie revolves around this concept. It's not a secret that everyone in the front office of the athletics organization wants them to win. As far as goal setting, winning the last game of the season is not reachable unless you break it down further, which Brand does when he breaks it down to why they should buy wins and runs instead of players. To get to the playoffs, you have to win games. In order to win games, you have to score runs. Bean's approach to selecting players and signing them simply becomes based off of on-base percentage, which is what his head scouts are telling him should not be the case, and it really goes against all of Major League Baseball as a whole. They calculated how many runs the team would have to win or how many runs the team would have to score in order to win and to make the playoffs. So the goal is specific. They averaged that number for the season down to how many runs they would have to score per game, so it's measurable. It's action-oriented because Bean and Brand are targeting these players and signing them, and these players are going to get on base. It's realistic because the number was 3.81, which is a reasonable and reachable goal for runs scored per game. It's also time-oriented because they have 162 games to win and to make it to the playoffs. And even after losing through and being in last place through the first 2 months of the season, they have goals by the All-Star break and heading into September on what they want and when they will be in first place. If I was in this position, I would have given it a try. I think that it's different and no one's tried it before, and when you are at a loss for ideas in regards to how to rebuild a team, I think Bean did a good job considering this option. It ended up revolutionizing baseball, really, because the philosophy started with Bean, but since then, in 2001, it's tracked and expanded a lot with different teams in the majors.